Another year, a new set of adventures. If 2020's adventures were about just getting out there and doing it, then this year is about pushing the limits and diversifying my adventures. I acquired some new awesome equipment to essentially complete my gear wish list. I was ready for anything. What are you waiting for? Let's start off 2021 with some fun in the snow.
You come from Dog Mountain? Lizard? There's Mike. There's Randy with his friend. Some night hiking in the snow.
Once the snow is gone, we can get back to some normal hiking. First solo hike of the year. Mike Lake to the viewpoint here at Golden Ears Park. Just parked the car, put the backpack on just for one night, not too many supplies. Here we go. Okay, what did I just learn? So it's a little after 10 o'clock. This is take number 2 for my campsite. Take number 1 was a beautiful spot on top of some rocks. Got a good view of the sunset, probably a good view of the sunrise. It's a little windy, a little rocky. So I had to use rocks to tie down this tent. And so instead of putting the pegs in the dirt or whatever, just put rocks on top of them. It's fine if it's not windy. But on top of that rock is a little bit windy, and that coupled with the not so bomb-proof tent setup, after about a half hour in bed, poof, tent almost blows away. One peg held it. So I still have a tent, at least. So I moved down, not a greatest spot, but it's flatter. And it's protected with the rock. So what did I learn? Better find a protected spot than a beautiful spot. A few more adventures before the multi-day hikes begin. Going up the stairs at the east end of Crescent Beach. And big log destroyed part of the stairs. Alright, I don't have one for this day, but what did I learn? if it seems sketchy, it's gonna be sketchy. You probably went the wrong way, dumbasses. So, Debbie asked me to plan a 3-day hike for her and Heather. We decided on the Sunshine Coast Trail, or at least a part of it. Was it too ambitious? You're gonna have to ask her yourself. Three more adventures before the first of 2 long hikes this year. A hike on the North Shore with Mike, a trip to Whistler with Randy,
Times you cannot be too sure of those thoughts you got your feet and try to get some peace of mind.
and I'm sure Jordan won't forget Mount Webb. I know I won't. The statistics on this hike, 21 kilometers, that doesn't sound so bad. But 1,700 meters, that's bad. Super beautiful, though.
Growing from the side of my neck, and it turned into another person, someone who never knew I existed, and tried to get some.
Oh,
Myself an order box.
you replaced the phone
Yeah.
instead of the screen?
Well, the phone.
Now, hold on one second. If you like this and you guys are talking about phones?
The screen was going to be $250.
Yeah. The first major multi-day hike of the year. About 60 kilometers, solo trip of the High Rim Trail in Okanagan. From Highway 33 in Kelowna to about the north end of Kalamaka Lake in Vernon. It was hot. There was a lot of smoke. And it was pretty tough. Little did I know, there was another adventure brewing in the background. I just didn't know it yet. There goes Adam, dropping me off the High Rim Trail. Bye. Thanks for the drop off. Alright, 6:45 a.m. Starting the Okanagan High Rim Trail. Maybe 15K today, 30 second day, another 15 on the third day. A little bit smokier than I'd hoped, but it's not so bad. Here we go. Alright, nice meadow to start, straight up the hill as expected. So the forecast is for 34 degrees today. Super hot. Right now, at least at 7, it's about 21-ish. So that's nice. Hopefully I can get as many clicks in as possible before I have to hunker down under the umbrella and have a nap. Cardiac Hill. Well, that doesn't sound good. What did I learn today? Well, a couple things. Put the sunglasses down. Refilling water. Yeah, they're still back there. Number 2, the trail that you're supposed to follow isn't always the one that looks the easiest. Well, I wanted to start an hour ago. It's 6:30 now. Set my alarm for 5. Well, that didn't work. Get away from the heat, but interestingly, it's 8 degrees this morning. A little colder than I would have thought. Not that it's too cold, but 30K today. Hopefully, it doesn't get too hot. I'll check in later. First rattlesnake I've ever seen. He's looking at me. The last kilometer or so, it's hot, but it looks pretty cool. Okay, according to the map, it's pretty much around this corner. Oh yeah. What's that? Water. I have some. There's the trailhead, northern terminus. Parking lot. Looking for Joanne's car. Is that it? High Rim Trail. 60 plus kilometers. 3 days. Done. This year's annual Hikers Beach trip was again a raving success. Great weather, great friends, ice cold water. Missing though was our great friend Ed Crago. He was taken from us far too early, only a few days before this trip. Miss you, Ed. Yes, you are seeing correctly. Sunshine Coast Trail yet again. Last year, solo. That was only the northern 50 kilometers. Earlier this year with Deb and Heather, that was maybe 20-ish kilometers from Powell River, sort of east. This time, it's Mike and Aaron and Jordan and myself. Let's see how it goes. Sunshine Coast Trail 2021. Mike, Aaron, Jordan, and me stayed at Brad's Seashell House last night because we had no choice with the ferries. Got there late, got up early this morning, drove to Earls Cove and parked, took the Salisbury Bay ferry. 9:15 we got into Salisbury Bay. We booked a cab a couple days in advance to pick us up. He showed up and took us to Mowat Bay Park, where we suited up and started the hike. little bit rainy right now. It's plenty warm enough. Not even really that rainy. It's enough where maybe you should wear some kind of rain protection, but not too bad. Seen a few people so far, not too many. Day 1 of 7. Here we go. So, how was the first night?
Awesome.
Nice.
Very good.
How did you enjoy the hike yesterday?
It's pretty easy. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it was just nothing at all.
I'm kidding. It was challenging. I was lying in bed last night and my left quad was hurting.
Getting close to the top of Tin Hat Mountain. Trail's changing a little bit. It's been really steep. Definitely a slog, as somebody said. Or a grind, I suppose. So Mike apparently is crazy. So after Tin Hat, we had a bit of a casualty. Aaron had some ankle issues and he wasn't feeling walking the rest of it, so he had to bail. Luckily, we found a van that could pick him up and take him home. Day 3 was a reasonably easy hike to Elk Lake Hut, except for the last kilometer or so, straight uphill. Super pretty, but fourth night on Walt Hill, even better. Cabin's over there a little ways, maybe 50 meters or so. But I thought you might want to have a look at this, potentially. Down from Walt Hill, we arrived at Lois Lake Recreational Site number 2. Number 1's for vehicles, number 2 I think is for canoeists and hikers. There's Mike's tent on the right. Mine's there on the left. Got some picnic tables. There's Jordan's orange tent way over there. The 5th day was pretty much all downhill from Walt Hill down to Lois Lake. Although we took about a 6-kilometer detour to go to Lang Bay Store to fill up on, well, chocolate pretty much. The 6th day was supposed to be up to the top of Trowbridge Mountain to the hut. And then the 7th to the end. Well, it was somebody's ridiculous idea to say, well, it's pretty early, we're at the top of the mountain, let's just do the other 20 kilometers to the end, right now. Ugh. Alright, last, what, how many?
4 kilometers.
4 kilometers to go.
34 kilometers done today.
Holy crap. When you woke up this morning, do you think this was going to happen?
Nope.
All right, southbound trailhead. We finished, boys. What do you think?
Nice.
Holy crap. 38 kilometers, 12 hours, up and down a friggin' mountain.
It's good. Nice to be done. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
My feet hurt. Good job.
Fist.
There we go. Good job.
Nice. The hiker shuffle is real.
The pain is real.
What was that? One more overnight adventure before the year ends. But not before a quick golf outing with Mike and Randy to Kamloops. And not before an outing with Caitlin to Vancouver Island. The last overnighter of the year was a kayak trip with Mike to the north end of Alouette Lake. The trip up finished pretty much in the dark. The next day was great, overcast a little bit, but the rains came. This was just before the serious floods of winter 2021. November 13th. North end of Alouette Lake, Golden Ears Park. Paddled up here last night with my bro Mike. In the dark. Well, about half of it was in the dark. When we got to the parking lot, it was pouring like crazy. A little bit worried about that. But then it just stopped. Got in the kayaks. Took about, 2.5 hours or so to get up here, 16 kilometers. And with that, the 2021 adventure season comes to a close. Thanks for watching, and wait for next year.